Hey everybody, coming at you from out in the wilderness, and we have with us,
Ew.
we have Nick. So what does that mean? That means we have a cooking video.
I only show up when there's food.
That's right. Now this is a very easy, I think it's going to be a very easy meal, but it's going to be a very good campfire meal. Very easy, very good. It's Lobster A La King, and we'll get more into that later. So we're going to set up, cook. But first, in our last video, when I polished some machetes, people were asking for a chopping test. So we brought those 3 machetes, and we're going to use them real quick to gather up firewood. So we're going to chop a little bit with them, and then we're going to kind of give our opinion on how they chop, and then we're going to jump straight into the cooking because we're both starving. Anything you want to add?
We gotta hurry because I haven't eaten all day.
All right, we're going to get into this as fast as we can. All right, let's go. All right, Nick, we have the Charade Parang, Cold Steel Kukri, and a Condor Mini Dooku. Which one do you want?
Let's see. Give me the charade.
Charade? All right, I'll try this one. All right, let's go grab some wood. Now this seems to be an old, dead hardwood. So we're going to try this. All right, we got the Cold Steel Kukri. Got that nice polish on it. Have you seen these, Nick?
No?
Look at that polish on them.
It's like a mirror.
All right, so let's see how, let's start up
It literally is a mirror edge.
Yeah, let's start up here.
Those chunks flying off.
Yeah, sure is. I'm really not hitting that hard.
Look at those chunks hitting your cameraman.
There we go. Now we're talking.
All right.
That's awesome. Still nice and sharp. It was pretty effortless. You're really going to like that charade, Nick, because that charade is actually the sharpest of them all.
All right. I chose good, didn't I? Huh?
You did.
Yeah, because I haven't seen them yet.
All right. We got Nick with the Charade Parang. Nick, run it over here real quick and show them that edge for those that didn't watch that video.
Now, I couldn't help myself, so I already tried it out, but...
I see that reflection.
See our house in the reflection of this. That's miles away.
I see that. Here, hold that edge up to the camera a little closer.
Look at that.
Beautiful. All right, see what you think of it. Let's get us a piece of firewood there.
Even if it doesn't chop well, I'll just replace my mirror with it.
So you can shave with it.
Just hanging on a tree.
Hanging on a tree.
Let's see. I'm not a fan of the stick wobbling around like, I don't know, some people do over there.
That slowed me down some.
Yeah, I was watching it shake everywhere thinking, aren't you going to hold that? Alright. Is it about right there you want it?
Yeah, somewhere around there or closer to the log, either one.
I knew I was going to hit that eventually.
Yeah. Nick, that is the same log that I cut with the cold steel. I think that cut through quicker.
Oh yeah.
Man, let me try it.
Cut through a lot quicker.
That's awesome. I knew it was sharper. It was sharper to begin with.
Especially right there at the very end.
Yeah.
It just completely went through it.
That's awesome. Let me try it.
It's a lesson to, because it went through a little unexpectedly. So I noticed at the last second that the machete, because of that, was going towards my leg a little bit. So
yeah, you got to be careful.
maybe
stand on that side.
Everybody, make sure it's going away from your leg.
That's it. That's
that
good
if
advice.
it unexpectedly finally goes through, you know, make sure your leg's not in the way.
That's good advice. All right, let's see how she does. That's taking out some chunks quick, Nick. Oh, for crying out loud. That's awesome. Did the chips hit you?
Yes, they did.
Oh, man. You're right. That was unexpected.
It may be the log. It may be I wonder if it's fractured on that side over there.
Yeah, I bet one side is rotten. Let's try the Mini Dooku and then let's start cooking.
What'd you call this again?
That is a Condor Mini Dooku.
Okay.
And it doesn't have the snaps on the sheath, so tell everybody your philosophy on taking those blades out.
Okay. So, I've seen plenty of knives and machetes that have actually cut through the sheath. So, kinda hold it towards the back, maybe squeeze the sheath a little bit, stretch it out. You know, just make sure to keep it away from the edge so that it's not progressively cutting into it.
That's it. And how do you put them back in?
That same way. Just kind of squeeze it, hug it to the back of it, just keep the blade away from the edge of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Good advice.
So I have one that's actually stabbed through the end of the sheath.
That's not good.
And of course, that's more a fault of the tip of it being too sharp. But
That's true.
anyway.
All right, well, let's see how the Mini Dooku does.
Even more than the edge. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty shiny too. Nice polished edge. Whew. All right. Now bear with us. We're going to cook.
Eventually we'll cook,
Yeah.
but we have to have fun in the woods first.
Yeah, we have to have firewood.
Yeah. That's the channel.
All right. Ha! Right off.
Huh.
Cut us another piece real
I'm
quick.
thinking that is.
Is it rotten?
Oh.
It's dry.
There is a
though.
bit of a crack going through there, but it seems that it seems to about halfway it just kind of fractures off.
That's more solid, ain't it?
Yeah, so I'm not hitting that much of an angle.
Now see where Nick's feet are? They're on the other side of that log. Unlike his dad.
And me the first go around.
That's right. Safety first.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Nick's over there chopping some more. And while he's chopping, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the site. And what we got here is we got us a nice muddy spot, or a nice dirty spot. And I've cleared away most of the leaves, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a bed of wood right here. And then I'm going to set the grill up. You can hear Nick chopping in the background. And then we're going to build a fire right on top of this. Alright, so here is our grill. Now this grill, it's an old beat up one. It got all bent up. And I decided to rework it. Now some of these grills, I made them where they'll stab in the ground. And I put legs on them. But what I did on this one is I made this one to where the legs are bent. So that it'll sit on top of the ground like this. But I also made it to where if you're up against a bank, you can take the bent legs and you can put them in like this and this, and you can stab it into the side of the bank like that, and then have those other two legs out here on this side. But we're going to use it like this. So I'm going to set it up, and then we're going to get the fire going. Nick, you doing good over there?
Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of wood.
Alright. Alright, now see that right there? We're going to be ready to go, and I'm just going to build the fire right under there. And once the fire gets going, we're going to let it die down with coals, and then we're going to start cooking. We've got to get everything prepared up until then. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to use one of my neat little things that I always use. It's cotton dipped in Vaseline, rolled up in wax paper. Isn't that cool? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to light it. Got my little fire kit. I got candles and I got a wax pad, matches. for in case this doesn't work. Hopefully it should, but you never know on a rainy day. Look, just like that. Alright, so we're going to set this right here. And then I'm just going to start piling wood on top. Then once all that small wood catches on, then I'll start putting the bigger wood on. Fire loves chaos. See, once this gets going, we'll put the big stuff on. And see, I love those things right there, those little rolled up wax paper things. Because it'll burn long enough that I can just smother it with all these small pieces, and once it gets going, then I'll start putting big stuff on. Alrighty, I'll put my lighter back up, put it back in my pouches here on the side. Alright, look at that fire. See, it's just what I thought. That thing I didn't, a lot of you probably, the reason I left the camera on is because a lot of you probably was like, oh, he's smothering that fire. Nah. Those sticks weren't neat enough. They were just sort of chaotic. And see, once this bundle gets going, then I'll put bigger stuff on. Oh, better get my other tin. Alright, let's take a look at Nick, see what Nick's doing. If you can see Nick through the smoke. Nick, what you doing over there?
I want to say this is the best wood for batoning.
Nick's batoning the mini Dooku.
What? Hey, there it goes.
Awesome.
There we go. Can we do this in fourths?
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
Might as well give it a try.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm putting the whole 9 yards on this.
Alright. Got the fire. I hope you can see that in the background. I may have to get behind the camera, but I'm going to show you the recipe that we're going to be using. Okay? This is an old Campbell Cooking with Soup book. This is from back in the 60s. Very, very cool old book. I wonder if it's got the date on it. Look, Carolyn Campbell, Home Economics Department. Alright, so. Yeah, it doesn't have the date on it. I think it's from the 60s. Alright, now my dad always said that a cookbook is merely a suggestion. Okay, so we're gonna kind of change this up just a little bit. Alright, so what we got here, let's try to see. I'm gonna move the camera up here so I can see what I'm doing here if I got you in shot. Okay, now this is lobster fondue. Now the difference between fondue and a la king is you take pieces of bread and dip it into fondue, but if you pour it over toast, then that's a la king. So that's what we're making, is a la king. Alright, now the ingredients are, and we're going to double the recipe, 1 can of frozen condensed cream of shrimp soup, a half a cup of milk, a half a cup of shredded sharp cheese, a half a cup of canned lobster cut up, cooked or canned lobster. We have Langostino lobster, it's all we could find. And then a dash of paprika, a dash of cayenne, 2 tablespoons of sherry. So we're going to double this recipe. Alright. And as soon as that fire dies down, that's what we're going to do. We're probably going to mix all the ingredients up and throw them in a dish and get them ready to go. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go by this. And it says, combine soup and milk, heat slowly until soup is thawed. Our soup ain't frozen. So, what we're going to do is, here, hold that up to the camera. We got 2 cans of that. See, this is already thawed out. What we got there? Alright. Got 2 cans of this. We're going to open this up. Now, wait a minute. No, we're not. We're going to, what did it say? Yeah, soup and milk. Alright, and we're doubling the recipe. Now this stuff right here, if I remember right, I think we used this in another recipe one time.
Oh, that sounded appetizing.
Sure did. I don't think we're going to get all of it. I'll scrape it out with it. Give me the other can. Alright, so we're going to put this in here. Yum, yum. That lid looked weird. The color of this is different. Nick, I just noticed something. Look at the lid on this. Look at the color of this.
Is
You
it
think
open?
this can is bad?
I don't know.
I don't want to risk it, Nick. We're going to have to cut this recipe in half.
Dang.
I just don't know. That bothers me now. I don't know. It says it's good till 2025. Could it just be a different color?
Could.
All right, after debating off camera, we're going to go ahead and use this. It's a different color, but I bought this a long time ago. This one is June of 2025, and this one is October of 2025. Maybe it's just a different color, but it doesn't stink. Let's just dump it
I
in.
couldn't tell. Well, hold the. Oh wait, now see it.
Look at the color now. Do you wish I hadn't have dumped it in?
I'm looking at the texture of them both. This one's more gelatinous.
Nick, let's just get a. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna get a spoon and I'm gonna scrape that out. That does not look right. Let me scrape it out and we're just gonna half the recipe, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna scrape that out and sling it in the creek. That doesn't look good after I've dumped it out.
Don't kill the frogs.
Yeah, cause see, and it's just all gooey and slimy looking, and I wouldn't think that otherwise. But look, the lid is messed up looking. Dang, that depresses me, Nick. Let me go scrape that out. Well, let's see. Now, you can cut this up if you want to. While I'm doing that, look, because I was going to cut these up into smaller pieces. Look at this. How you pronounce that? Langostino tails?
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a look at it. I was going to cut these in half, and I guess you can do it on camera while I'm dumping that other stuff out.
Oh, you're still on camera.
Oh, okay. Well, I got to go over to the creek. See how big these are?
Wow.
Look at that. Mmm. Here you go, Nick. Oh, Nick is a meat cutter for a living. So, Nick, cut these in half, would you?
Yeah. Now, we don't cut those, but...
Well, I think they're too big. Go ahead and cut them in half. You got the camera aimed where it should be?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and start cutting them.
Okay. Just down the middle, or?
Yeah, cut them in half.
Yeah, I'll just cut them. Well, some of them's like going into thirds. I'm only gonna cut them if they're like huge.
All right, that'll work. Looks pretty good, Nick. All right, I got most of that other stuff out. Maybe if there's a tiny bit in there, it won't hurt anything. But let's see. Let's get the other ingredient. I'm going to have to cut everything in half now.
Yeah.
Man,
We're even cutting these in half now.
I can't believe that.
Doesn't mean we're gonna use half of it.
No, we're going to use all of it. All right, then I got 8 ounces of sharp cheddar.
Only cutting half the enormous ones. Some of these still have ice on them.
See, it originally called for 2 bags. It seems like a lot. Now this is a part here. We're going to have to put in a half a container of milk. Probably down to about, I'll leave that amount in there.
Yeah, about right there. And then it's supposed to have some sherry. 2 tablespoons of sherry. I'm gonna put about half of this in there. What? It's big, ain't it? Alright, let's put in half of this. Whoop. About half. I'm stirring this all up. This is what it looks like so far. It's milk, cheese, and cream of shrimp soup. When it said a dash of, it's going to be real creamy. It's going to be a dash of, where's this stuff? A dash of cayenne pepper and paprika. It looks like a dash.
If only properly preparing a tip roast was this easy. You don't know what I just said, do you?
Yeah, tip roast. There's a dash.
That's all you got out of that?
Yeah, that's all I got out of that.
Okay.
Nick, I am so depressed. I thought this was going to be like a Godzilla meal that we were going to eat like pigs on. And so we're just basically trying to warm everything up. Now, this stuff come from Trader Joe's because we couldn't find any chopped lobster. Trader Joe's Langostino tails. It's supposed to be like a Spanish lobster. Now look, cooked and peeled. That's the beauty of this. Is that we're gonna dump it in here. All right, dump it in there. Oh, let me do it. Yeah, dump all that deliciousness in here. Yeah. Rock on. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Now, I bet, depending on this fire, alright, let's set this over here. Let's just set it on the fire now, just let it warm up. And then I'm going to lay toast around it. I'm going to lay toast around it and let the toast toast because we're going to pour it over the toast.
That joke was so bad that I quit.
Alright.
I'm done.
Alright, I'm going to show this to you real quick. Deliciousness. Now I'm going to let that keep going. Oh no, it doesn't fit. I brought the wrong lid.
Well, that's strike 2 for today.
Dadgummit. Alright, so we're going to toast up some bread. Man. Well, these videos, we try to keep them as realistic as possible. We're going to toast this up 4 pieces of bread because we're going to, you ain't supposed to just pour this over just bread. It's supposed to be on toast. Nick, do you remember watching Mission Impossible 1?
Maybe.
They had that sound thing and they were going toast, toast, toast. Alright, let's let that heat up. Let that toast and then we're going to be ready to eat.
I hear voices.
That's weird.
That'd be the first time that ever happened.
Alright, everything's starting to heat up, but we're in the process of making this toast here. So I'm just going to cover that up.
We did not burn a piece of bread off of camera. There is not a piece of bread burnt to a crisp in the creek over there.
Nick, you're just so realistic.
We are not littering in the woods.
No, we're not. A little bit more on that one. Alright. Alright, as soon as we get us a bunch of toast toasted up, we're going to be ready to try it. Alright, I think we're fixing to be ready to eat. Look how that looks. Alright, now, touch test. You might not like it. It's pretty warm. That's nice and creamy. Alright, Nick, you ready to eat? We're going to do...
Look at that toast, too. Doesn't it look great?
It does.
Unlike the 2 loaves of bread in the creek now.
We won't discuss that, Nick. How's that look?
Delicious.
Alright. That is fixing to be ready to eat. Let's set that right there. Let's set this one right here. And then we're fixing to sit down and try it. Look at that. Alright, let's sit down and eat it, Nick. We are going to try lobster langostino. All right, you want to try yours first?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Give me a little bit of this somehow, by the grace of God, not burned toast.
That's it.
Alright. Oh yeah, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna get it on the other side of it too.
Yeah, get that gooey on it.
Some of the lobster there. As I take forever to try this.
What do you think? Very good or just good?
It's pretty good.
Okay, may have cooled off a bit. Look at that.
Can't get any of the cheese though.
Really?
Yeah,
It's got 8 ounces.
really tell.
Wow.
Somebody likes it.
I like it.
You can't taste the cheese though.
I think my toast is a little burnt.
No, burn is what's over there.
That's some good eating. And the next one is going to be even hotter. This cooled off a little bit.
No, it's good though.
Yeah. I think this is absolutely delicious. I love it. Now we had a few baubles our first go around, but that's so good.
I was getting smoke in my face for a minute there.
We couldn't find real lobster, so we had to use this langostino stuff. Tell us in the comments section what you think about that can of soup. I'm pretty sure from the lid, the looks of the lid, we did the right thing.
It's kind of rusted. Something.
That scared me. Anyway, hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Nick, anything you want to add?
Don't put bread over a fire. It does not end well.
I toasted a couple of pieces good. Anyway, take it easy, enjoy life, and we shall see you in the next one.
See you later.
This ought to be really hot this time.
Thank you.
That's burnt. I'll eat that one.
Burn for you.
There we go. Hey, put a little bit on the bottom.
There we go. Now it's hot.
Yeah. I'm gonna shit bread up in it. Now it's starting to thicken up.
All right.
It might not have been done all the way through.
No, I doubt it. That's gonna take a while.
Hotter is better. I have come alive.